I started piping this out Friday, and I've got a little expansion joint, or vibration isolator, I should say, not expansion. But so we went from stainless steel on up to here, then we're going galvanized. We're gonna hang a hose reel on this wall here, but I still got to get a pressure regulator on here. So is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shorten up this nipple here, this piece of pipe. We're gonna shorten it. And instead of looking that one down, it's gonna look up with the reducing 90. And we're gonna probably just loop up around and then get the hoses hanging down here. Okay, so I'm gonna get that on. And then we're gonna replace this pressure gauge with this liquid filled one. It doesn't zero out when the tank's empty. So that's what we're gonna do there. We're gonna replace that. Okay, so I explained what this is going to do. It's going to turn up, regulator, down, hose reel. And on this side, the pipe comes through the wall right here. And I'm going to stick a T on with it bullheaded out this way. I'm going to come over, drop down, and down way under here there's a pipe that will take it clear out to a hydrant out in the lot. And then on this side of the T, we're going to come out, pressure regulator, hose reel. So that's the plan. That's what I know so far. We're going to stick with it until something changes it or an obstacle gets in our way, but that's the beauty of fittings. We can work all around everything. We're going to go ahead and apply a little pipe dope on here. Now in theory, a good thread should mechanically seal itself. But in the real world, most dyes and metals have impurities, so it's tough to get really good threads. So it's always good to add a little sealant. Try to get this lined up. We're started. Still good, we're not cross-threaded. Full turn. Hopefully I won't regret that. I think we'll get her. Oh boy. Okay. All right, so let's see. We got this new gauge. Pull that thread protector off there. Now when doing Teflon tape, I always hold it like this and roll it away from you. It wants to slip away from you at first till you get a wrap around it. Good enough. We're a little sloppy, but whatever. You get the point. Rip it off, smooth it out. Add a little pipe dope. Leave you a lot of room for a wrench. Okay. The new gauge is on. Looks good. So go ahead and that back on. Go ahead and turn this valve back off. Okay, now we're changing this up a little bit. We're gonna go up. I put a little shut-off valve. We got a union so we can break this apart. Then we're gonna put a regulator right here, and then drop back down and have the hose reel. I always start the threads like one thread back. I've seen people do like things like this, and you know, and they're, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Who cares? Well, all this, when you screw it in, will get inside the pipe and it'll plug your gas orifices or your air nodules or whatever. So we're going to start the tape one thread back, sometimes two. Just put a nice layer on there. There. Now nothing is covering the end of the pipe on either end. Now, the mechanical aspects of the threads themselves, if they're cut good and you got good female and male threads, that should be all the sealing you need if they're screwed together good. But unfortunately, a lot of these threads get dinged up in packaging and maybe just weren't cut with good dies to begin with, so it's always good to put a little of this on. Okay. Same thing here, we'll just snug this up. That's what we got. Okay, if you saw where my tape went, leave a comment below. Tell me where the hell it went, because I don't see it anywhere. For this 3/8 coupling, I'm going to do a 3/8 by 1/4 inch cup or brass bushing. We're going to tape up these threads as well. And as you can see, the whole roll will unroll on you if you do it backwards like that. See? Just common sense. Generally, you would hold it like this and go around. Keeps the whole roll manageable and doesn't unwind on you. So that's a little plumbing Teflon trick tip of the day. Now when you're working with smaller pipe like this, it's always good to downsize on the pipe wrenches so you're not over wrenching things. You can really drive these right through if it doesn't take a lot of muscle. Okay, so we have our little assembly here. There you go, that's how she's gonna look. Open. Just one little thing I like to do is just wipe the joints. Just always makes it look a little cleaner. I don't know. To me, just cleaning off the joints makes it look a little more professional, less like amateur hour. So I'll do whatever it takes. It's been a long time since I've really been an active pipe fitter, so whatever I can do to make the job look a little nicer, I'm gonna do it. You know, being a good tradesman is more of an art than just work. You should take pride in what you do. And don't do anything that you wouldn't walk away from feeling like you did your best and you're proud of. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the wall here. We're going to build that same type of assembly. And also when you're cutting threads, I'll probably get into that on another video down the road at some point, I'm sure, but when you cut threads, in order to test the depth of your dies, you should be able to hand screw a fitting on. You should get, I've always heard 2.5 to 3.5 turns. I like about 3 turns, but that means it's the right depth of that you're cutting into the pipe for your threads. Good enough. All right. Calling it a day. Thanks for watching. We'll finish it up tomorrow.